I've watched a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of people online, even pastors, okay, preaching against paying tithes in the church. Okay, I just want to let you know that when it comes to Christianity, it is not a thing of the force. Even Jesus Christ said that when you are paying your tithes, do not pay grudgingly. I mean, when you're paying offerings, anything you're offering God, you can't take it to God in person unless you know where He lives. Take it to Him. But if you don't know where He is, bring it to church. The only problem is, since you don't know where God lives and you really wish to gift God because you probably understand that the house of God needs help, or you probably understand that even if you go to an herbalist or you go to a traditionalist, you would definitely compensate them, and that's more like a tithe, compensating them, or let's say like an offering. Now, paying of tithes, it is not a thing of the force. I understand that some churches, especially where I come from, in Africa, in Nigeria to be precise, some churches would definitely expose you if you did not bring your tithes, because they will actually call each and every one to come out, or they will tell you to dance out with your tithes, and then everybody will start dancing, and then you bring your tithes in your hand, holding it like this, flinging it. So for some people who cannot afford the tithes, of course, everyone can see you that you're not dropping a dime. So that's an embarrassment on its own. Okay, now let's come back to the discussion. So for the fact that some churches, they expose you for not being able to pay tithes, don't let that bother you. A lot of problem we are having in my country as a church. I don't know, I attend white church here actually, and nobody checks you, okay? It's between you and God. Nobody checks you whether you're paying offering or not. In fact, a lot of people don't even drop offering in person in my church on Sundays, but that does not mean they are not paying. Sometimes they just, a lot of people that don't even pay, they are the ones that credit the church a lot, okay? So sometimes I credit the church too if I have, and most times I just prefer to drop the cash. So what I'm saying in essence is, if you are paying tithes and somebody is somewhere telling you that tithes is not, you're not supposed to be paying tithes, honestly, that person is not telling the truth. Okay, let me explain. Hold on, before you fight me. You are supposed to pay tithes, okay? According to what is written in the book of Malachi. It says you should bring, okay, your 10%, okay, from what you make. But remember, you are not being forced. You are not being forced. If you have enough, bring it. If you do not have, keep it to yourself. If you know that your faith does not carry paying tithe, I don't think God will be mad at you. Because whatever you're giving in the first place, if you're not giving it from your heart, it is not acceptable. You're just wasting your time. So is it not better you keep your money? Yeah, it's better you keep your money. But one thing is, remember that if you know that God is involved in your success, in the little that you bring, God has been faithful. Okay? Bring the money. But one thing is, remember that it is written that bring this tithe so that there will be the food in my house will be plenty. There will be plenty food in my house, which means all this plenty food or plenty resources is to be given to the needy. So one bad thing is, very, very unfortunate that in some churches, I'm not saying in all churches, in some churches back home, I don't know how these resources are being used. So it calls for questioning. Okay, people are beginning to be very, very, sensitive about paying tithes. Like, oh, we are just paying tithes. Our pastors are riding jets. They are making money. And one bad thing is back home, they don't remit. How will I say? They don't give us account or how those money has been spent. How much did we make? How much have been, spent? Like, they don't give us account. So that's another thing to be worried about, of which here in the Western world they give you account of how your money is being spent. Okay, so back home we don't have an account of how the money is being spent. I know some churches might have. So whatever that applies to you, please don't come after me or come against me. I am only speaking my own opinion. Okay, no offense here. I am just saying that take tithe as a way of compensating God for his goodness in your life. And remember, if tithe is being, used in a proper way, of course, people will be blessed. And then God will be happy. Because if that tithe is not used well, it is possible it does not attract the blessings of God. But if the tithe is used well, of course it will bring blessing. But another thing, like I said, be a cheerful giver. Another thing is, even if your pastor suck on your tithe or hit your tithe, what is the motive of you bringing that tithe? Do you know that what you do for God, God does not forget and God does not cheat on you? If you indeed did it with your wholehearted heart, praying on your tithe, asking God for mercy, for increase, for blessing, or you just giving it out because you're thanking God, you're being grateful for his faithfulness, his mercies, his everything, do you know God will bless you? Regardless of how your tithe is being mesmerized or is being squandered, God will bless you. That is one thing I want us to know, that Christianity journey, or how will I put it, our Christian race is not by looking out to others and say, oh, this is how it works over there. No, it's about you and your God. How far? What's the relationship? What's up? What's up between you and your maker? Because even if I brought my tithe and you as a pastor suck on it, it doesn't stop my blessing. Me, I believe it that tithes are meant to be brought to the house of God, and then it is meant to be used appropriately. But if you don't use it appropriately, that is your business. My God will bless me regardless. That's my belief about tithes. What is your own belief? Please let me hear your own belief, because that's what I believe. If you don't believe in tithes, honestly, I am not against you. I'm just saying that even if you go to a spiritualist for help and you were being helped, you will want to, compensate him. So see your offering and your tithe the same way. I am just compensating God for being grateful. And guess what? The Church of God they are always in need. Excuse me, in my church, sometimes when they tell us, oh, we are supposed to be at so amount and we are just at so amount, it breaks my heart. The Church of God always needs help. Honestly, financially, they are always in need. The youth ministry, the children class, the church is sometimes it will rain and then the whole church is leaking, and then we are managing ourselves. So the Church of God needs help. Let's not forget that. Thank you for watching. I love you. Please, I'm having cold. I'm sorry.